Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 4 of Spycade. Now, today I'm going to go back to the historical dramas, and I'm going to go with this one. This is A Call to Spy, or the full title, A Call to Spy, Churchill's Secret Army. Now, with that title, I think you know where I'm going with this. And for the uninitiated, this story is based on true events, true stories of, in my opinion, the 3 most important spies in World War II. Vera Atkins, who technically was a spy mistress, and also she was the inspiration for Moneypenny in the Bond franchise. And then we have Noor Khan, the Safri princess. She was also vital in getting intel, going behind enemy lines, and what that. However, I'm going to get into more details into the episode. She unfortunately doesn't make it. And then you have Virginia Hall, who I feel is the most important one because who would you expect? Virginia Hall, a young journalist with a wooden leg, to take up an historic feat by going behind enemy lines, going by the code name Diana. Well, yes. That's the one thing I'm going to say now. Now that they went by different names. She went by code name Diana. There's a whole story behind this, but I don't want to go too deep into it. But if you want to learn more about her, there's plenty of stories about her and plenty of podcast episodes to talk about. But what they did with her, oh my goodness, she definitely was the glue for this whole story, and she did a fantastic. And this movie was great. They really brought her to life. Okay, and Sarah Megan Thomas, fantastic job. Even though it was at cost of her own detriment, because she actually had to wear a prosthetic or hide her leg, and she actually ended up hurting her leg after filming, and she had to get surgery. So yeah, pretty insane stuff. That's a craft if you're going to bring some of these World War II spies to life. And for a cast of mostly unknowns, they did a fantastic job, and they really captured the intrigue, the tenseness, the whole crap. Are we ever going to get caught kind of thing? And of course, believe it or not, true to the movie. In case you guys didn't know, no, during that time, people would actually set and smuggle secrets to others using Monopoly boards. Yes. In case you did not know that. In fact, Mary told me well, when I went to the Spycade Museum, they actually had one of those doctored Monopoly boards set up, and I was like, oh, wow, there was a map underneath it. Oh, there was ammunition in one of the boxes and all that. This is how people were able to send codes and send messages to all their allies that were throughout the front line and throughout Germany. Okay, so it was either things like this. You'll be surprised how you can do this. Okay, for the things that you can take at that time and utilize it to your detriment, to your advantage. And yeah, there's a whole thing about tradecraft. Okay, go to the Spycade podcast. There's every once in a while there's usually there's a tradecraft episode. I'd say listen into that, and you will learn like how people can do this. Okay, and but anyway, back to the movie. Man, for a movie that's only like 93 minutes long, they took the best of everybody's backstory and threw it together, and you got something incredible. Like they really went blow by blow for every event that happened from the moment of Virginia Hall and Noor Khan get into Germany to points to where she had to help get these spies out of Germany, to the moment that she had to get obviously the ammunition for it, and get went through the stuff like the Monopoly box. It's all there. And then, but of course, unfortunately, when it came to Noor Khan, she unfortunately was captured and eventually executed in Dachau. Yeah. She actually got captured and went there. So yeah, and that brings to this insane moment. It's like wow. Imagine if Virginia Hall's mission failed. Like Churchill's Secret Army would have just fallen apart at the seams, and England would have lost the damn war. We wouldn't be able to save them. But hey, I'm glad that didn't happen. But I'm glad for the sake of the film and for the sake of all this, like the movie does a great job, like highlighting the most important elements of each of these spies' strengths and their weaknesses, and of course in the end, and you just want to be cheering because everyone says, yeah, Virginia Hall is definitely one of the most influential spies of this. So for anybody that, if you're writing a paper about World War II, for all you high schoolers out there, if you again, if you get to this moment in your history class and you need to write a paper, just say, oh, forget that. Write about Virginia Hall, because I'm pretty sure you would get bonus points because she's a tough lady. She's a spy, and she's one of the most important elements to ever lead the Allies to victory. Just saying. All right. But enough of my gripes, enough of my ranting. But yeah, I'd say give this movie a watch. I mentioned it was produced by the BBC. But if you're like me, I was able to find it at my local library. But you can definitely find it for available on your streaming services, and you will enjoy it. You will get a great education, and like you'll learn stuff about World War II you never expected. All right. And with that in mind, now I'm going to give A Call to Spy. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's almost damn near perfect. My only thing is, obviously, I don't know much of these actors that portrayed some of these. What I will say, Rahika Shipke, who plays Noor Khan, this was her film debut. And props to her. Great work on her. So, yeah, like, other than that you just, I'd say, enjoy this for what it is. Look at it as like one of those History Channel epics, but better on a much bigger scale and bigger budget. Just saying. Even though sometimes some moments may come off a little wooden, but hey, it's enjoyable from a historic perspective. Okay, just saying. All right. So that does it for today. I know what you think. Thumbs up this video. Subscribe to my channel. Let's teach you for some more awesome, exciting content.